Yeah, and I'm just speaking from the fire side. I'm sure there's a lot more rescues that are being made by police and other first responders, but and I'll speak just from where I was at the Otaki camp.
Okay.
And just a little background, right? I mean, that's one of the first calls that went out to Otaki camp because that area was flooding and there was a need to evacuate that area. And I just happened to live like literally 1 or 2 minutes away. So I was made aware of it. I kind of went out there to kind of assist the incident commander who was at scene. And just from that area alone, I think there are roughly about 15 rescues just within that camp area. And so some of the stories that, yeah, it doesn't make the news, you won't hear about it, maybe not even on the social media. Our guys are very humble, right? They don't want to talk about what they did and who they saved and whatnot. It's just kind of part of their job. But the stories that I heard of and actually seeing some of the results of it because they were walking people out was, I mean, and one of the big ones was literally there was a house that was moving in the water. And it's actually, you can see it if you were to go down there right today. It's one of the houses that's perched up against a tree. So that house, there was someone in there hanging out the window, and just so happened the rescue guy migrated to that area and just happened to pull that person out in time. Obviously, right, kind of like put himself in danger as well. I mean, the water is moving. As it moves around trees and homes and cars, whatnot, it creates these eddies and different currents and all that. So, I mean, you know, I could say there were some close calls on our part as well, as far as the first responders getting themselves potentially into trouble. But that's one of the stories I've heard. There's others where companies were not at Otaki camp, maybe down Mokulia side or elsewhere in Waialua, where they get dispatched to one call, right, and they go on there and they effect the rescue. Whereas as simple as just pulling someone out of the house and walking them to higher ground, because the water is literally up to chest high, maybe in some areas up to their neck. You know, and then leaving that scene, and before you can get dispatched to another call, they're just jumping from house to house, from area to area, right? As they see people waving them down and whatnot. And there's multiple stories of that. And like I said, it's just from the fire side. I'm sure EMS and PD have similar stories, but those are just a handful of them that I have heard, but you probably won't see or hear anywhere else.